Hello there, welcome to So Let's Sew with Wendy. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to do some what I call silhouette appliqué. That's the cat. I've been doing some other kind of pet appliqué as well. That's not really silhouetting, it's just really tracing a pattern. But I'll go through in more detail on another video because I think this would be really nice for Valentine's Day. So what I've got here, I've got the big book of Pretty and Playful Appliqué. If I can find it, I'll pop a link below the video, and it's a book by Carol Armstrong. And basically, oops, it's just a whole book full of appliqué. There's plants, there's birds, there's cats. And it's just a really interesting book. Now, the cat that I made this from, it was supposed to be sort of like an FFP foundation paper piecing. It was supposed to be done like that, but I decided just to trace the silhouette off and cut it out in black. And with the tree and everything, I just really made it up as I went along. So today, I've already cut out this dog. And now my sister's got two Shar-Pei dogs, so I'm going to do one this way and then I'm going to flick it over and do one that way. So I'll bring you down to the cutting table and I'll show you what to do next. Right, so here I am at my little desk. I got this picture of this dog, not from the book, but just from a picture on the internet. Now obviously you have to be careful about copyright, etc. So anyway, what I did was I've just printed this dog off onto normal paper, and now I need to transfer this to my freezer paper, and also I need to do one that way and then one that way because there are two dogs. So I've got myself this brilliant light box. Let me just show you. It is super thin, super light, and it runs off a USB. So it's you know, perfect for jobs like this. Let me just see if I can get it fully in the picture. There we go. So first of all, I'm going to put the dog down this way, and then I'm just going to literally trace round it using my freezer paper. And then once I've done the tracing, I'll cut the two pieces out and I'll show you what the next stage is. Right, so I finished my tracing onto my freezer paper, and this doggy here has a straight tail, and my sister's Shar-Pei puppies, which is who I'm making this for, they have curly tails. So I'm not really good at drawing, but I'm just going to change the tail into a little curly one. So the next step would be putting this onto some fabric, which I'll go and do now. Right, so for this part of the process, I'm just going to roughly cut round the dog. That's the freezer paper done. So then I'll just place it on the fabric. Excuse me, get my little iron. There we are. And then I'll do the other one. So when both doggies have been put onto the black fabric, we're then going to do the precise cutting out. Now, my sister's dogs are actually brown, and I did think about making them brown, but then I don't think it would look as good as the black fabric for the silhouette. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Right, so here you can see I've cut the two dogs' shapes out. I've got a piece of fabric that's 18 inches by 10. I have sprayed it with Best Press, which I will also link below the video. just to give it a little bit more texture. Because I haven't used Bondaweb, I've got nothing to stick this down. I just felt that the fabric would benefit from a little bit more texture. And because this is a Valentine's present for my sister, I'm going to put a little heart here between the two dogs. And I've got this heart template that goes from the tiniest right up to the biggest. I'm just going to place it between the two dogs to see what would look best. And I'm actually thinking that this one here would look best. So I've got myself a piece of fabric, and I've got my heat erasable pen, which I will also link below the video. These heat erasable pens are brilliant. Now, if you go to an actual sewing website, they'll charge you, you know, anything from £2 to £3 each. Whereas I got a bundle of these on Amazon for not very much at all. So if I can find the exact bundle I got, I'll do that. So there we go. I've traced the heart, and I'll quickly cut it out. I mean, obviously you don't have to put the heart in. It's just that I think with these silhouettes, a little pop of colour really helps. Sorry, let me just see if I can do the cutting in camera. There we go. Trim that a little bit more actually. There. So all I'm going to do now is get my pins. And just pop a pin in there. And basically just pin the doggies just in a couple of places, so I can get ready to stitch. Just be careful when you're pinning that you haven't overstretched the dog and created a crease in your background. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I think that's looking quite cute. So the next job is to actually stitch the doggies and the heart down. Now obviously the dogs I'm going to do in black thread, and then the heart I'll change my thread colour and do it in red thread. So let's go over to the sewing machine, and I'll show you what to do next. I just thought I'd mention before I start sewing that I've got my open toe applique foot on, and sorry, the camera works a bit funny. There we go. And the reason I use this is because if you see in the centre here, there's a little notch, and if you put that on the edge of your piece of work that you're going to do the applique on, it'll keep you straight. You know, if it's a zigzag, that will be the dead centre of the zigzag. So that's the open toe applique foot. There we are. Right, so the stitch that I'm going to use for my applique today is it's like a blanket stitch. Let me just see if I can show you a picture of it. It's this one here, number 68. I mean, obviously later on there's one that goes left and one that goes right, so you do have to be careful with some of these stitches like that. So let me just select that. It's 68 if you're using the same machine as me. And I'm going to put my needle down. I'm also going to do a locking stitch. If you see what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep the area that I'm sewing nice and straight. And I'm just going to go carry on sewing all the way around. Hi, so here we are, all finished. I did a 2.5 inch border, and then I've just done a little red binding I did some sort of wavy quilting all around both dogs, which let me just bring it a little closer. I think looks quite good. I did put 2 bandanas on the dogs because they do actually wear bandanas, and I'm quite pleased with it, and I hope my sister will be. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please do give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. My next video, I'm going to do best things to buy for your sewing room. I'm busy working on it now, and what I intend to do is get the best deals of things that I think people might want to use. Below this video will be all the things that I've used, the freezer paper, the fabric and the fabric pens. So if you're stuck and you don't know where to get them from, please follow the links. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again.